Hi everybody, my name is Holly Lamb and today I am flipping some thrift finds and a few things from around my house. I found this golden tray at my favorite thrift store here in Glenn County, Hello Goodbye. They have this section which is a 75% off section, and if it has a red slash with a marker through it, it's 75% off. So I found this little platter right here. It said $4. So for $1, I brought this home. It had a lot of scratches on it, but I liked the gold base. It didn't have any major dents or anything. So that's what I look for when I'm at the thrift stores for, just basically looking for good bases. And so I took my plaster chalk paint and put 3 coats on the front. And now I'm just going to put this primer, satin ivory, I think that was Krylon, on the back. I like for both sides of my projects to be finished in case I want to use the back side for some reason. Sometimes I do dual-sided. We're going to be flipping an Easter little mason jar sign later. And it's so easy to do. If you prep both sides to begin with, then an easy flip onto another side gives you a whole new canvas. Okay, look at this beautiful printout I did on my printer. I find these on the graphicsfairy.com. I've linked it down below in the description box. I'm going to be using reverse decoupage on this. I've been using this a lot in my videos, and it is so much fun. It is so satisfying to rub off the back of the paper and leave that beautiful ink image on my projects. So I got this idea, of course, from my friend Deidre over at Our Upcycled Life. I've left her a link to her YouTube channel and her Etsy shop down below in the description box. But she likes to use Mod Podge matte for this transfer method, and so that's what we're going to use today. I'm going to be using, look at all these gorgeous things. Lingerie is the name of this theme bundle on graphicsfairy.com. I am a member of the Premium membership, and about every couple weeks they put out a new theme bundle, and they are stunning. Look at those oranges. So with summer coming, I'm just going to go crazy. I just feel like I'm going to be reverse decoupaging everything and printing on tissue paper and all kinds of fun. But check out the Graphics Fairy. They have lots of things in their free side of their website as well. All right, there he is, Mod Podge matte. And I like to put the Mod Podge or the transfer medium right on the ink. But I have a laser color printer, and so that's I could do that and not worry about it running. If you have an inkjet, you can do this process. I would just, when I had my inkjet, I always put the Mod Podge on the tray and then embedded flip the print upside down into the Mod Podge so it would have less chance of smearing the ink. And but this is laser, so it's a little bit more forgiving, or it's a lot more forgiving. I think it's a lot easier with the laser printer. And so now I've let it set 24 hours in the Mod Podge. Deidre suggests that, to let it go ahead and set 24 hours. And then you can come back with water. I have a little rag there, but I typically like to use my hands. But every once in a while, if I need to wipe something off in a large section, I will just use just a clean rag there. And you can see all of the little pile of paper rolls that I've peeled off the back of this print. Now this, of course, is a beautiful picture. It doesn't have any writing. So if you do something with writing, you just have to remember to mirror your print, because it will be backwards if you do the reverse decoupage method. And but this, of course, didn't have any writing, so it didn't matter which way my bird was looking. Now I am distressing just a little bit with my nail file and just that wet rag, and pulling out some of that golden sheen already peeking out. Now I'm going to use my Waverly clear wax and give this that beautiful kind of I want to say upcycled, fancy, I want to say. look to it. It just takes it to the next level. When you have that extra little layer of something, it makes it impossible to see the lines of where the paper might have been left. And then I wanted just a little bit more gold to go with the little gold that I distressed back and pulled back from under the paint. So this antique rub and buff, this is antique gold. I get it at Hobby Lobby, and I just rub it on nice and thin, and there we go. There's our beautiful tray sitting there on the buffet in my kitchen, and you can't see a line where that paper was. You don't have to trim it and fussy cut these images. This reverse decoupage method is so great. So fun. And look at those vibrant colors. Ooh, I just love that little tray. That is so pretty. Oh, and then the FedEx man dropped me off a nice little package at my front door, and I was excited to get into it. You can see I'm just working away here, trying to get into all this packaging, and then here we go, and whoosh. I got this package from my IOD, Iron Orchid Design stockist in St. Mary's, Georgia. Her shop is called Cottle and Gunn, and I ordered, this is the new stamp set from IOD, La Campagna. And when it came out on Valentine's Day this past year, I didn't realize it was 2 sheets of stamps. And the details, and I didn't realize that little lamb was in there. So after watching a couple of YouTube videos using these stamps, I thought, well, my goodness, I thought that was just this sheet was the only thing in this stamp set, but no. I get that gorgeous big rooster. I get the masks, that's what these are, so that I can layer the stamps and they won't get all muddled. And then I got 2 transfer sheets. Again, I heard from one of the crafters that I watched that these 2 might be being discontinued. I don't know that for certain, don't quote me. But if they are being discontinued, I need these lemons and this English toile in my life. So I'm going to use the lemons just to demonstrate how super easy this is. This is the same day that I got these. These came in the mail. I decided to get this lemon drop transfer sheet. Choose one little section of the lemons to go with my little mason jar that I put the JRV decoupage paper on for Easter for my hutch. And then I'm just going to cut this out and transfer it on to this mason jar. I pulled the little eucalyptus leaf that I DIY'd from Dollar Tree Greenery earlier this year. And I'm just going to put that on the front. So now I'm going to decide how the lemon's going to go on there. I'm going to end up cutting off this bottom blossom and leaf so that this gorgeous, I mean, these lemons look like they are oil paintings. They are just so pretty. The shading, the texture, so gorgeous. So I'm just going to layer that lemon on top of this leaf, this set of leaves and the little blossom. And there I go. Every one of these transfer packs comes with that little plastic stick, and it's the perfect thing to press on there. And then I'm just going to lightly sand on top of the transfer. I think it makes it look like it is truly part of your canvas or whatever you're using, your wood round or your tray or your, whatever you're using. It just makes it more a part. And so there I go, with just a little bit of layering of that transfer, and it all fits. I can see every part of the leaves. A little bit of the blossom went over the side, but I love that as well. Gives it a little bit more dimension. And then you just keep pressing until it's all down. If a little bit comes up and breaks, don't worry. Just push it back down and burnish a little bit more. And then when it comes up, I usually take the backing sheet and just rub. And then I take my light nail file sander and sand it in. Easy. I mean, this took me, 10 minutes. It was so easy and quick because I had my blank all ready to go. That's why I like to do fronts and backs of things while I'm at it. And then I have, lots of options. And there goes that little leaf. I don't know that it matches those leaves on the lemons too well, but I like them. And they were already there. And there we go with our lingerie tray. Now I have a lemon drop mason jar. Look at the coloring on these transfers by IOD. So pretty. Like each one is hand painted, but it was so quick and easy to do. All right, now for my third and final DIY in this video, I'm finally gonna get around to showing you how I did my tree book stack. And it is actually a flip from Christmas. And so this is me back in January. I could not let my Christmas tree book stack go by without transforming it on this side, because I didn't want to get rid of my Christmas tree. That transfer you saw of the Christmas tree that I put on the front of the books, there we go, came from the transfer sheet book from IOD from 2 years ago. Now this I ordered from Amazon. This is a redesign by Prima, Garden Marvels. I have it linked in the description box, and you can get that. And so I am going to be using that on the pages side of my books, so I don't repaint or anything. I am just kind of evening up the color of the pages. Sometimes when I get my books at Hello Goodbye, they have a red line on them because I get them outside, where hardback books are a quarter and paperback books are a dime. So it's a really inexpensive fun craft. And you know, almost every video that I do has something to do with books or music in it. That's just what I love. And that is Lamb Living. So I'm just trying to decide what kind of branch I'm going to make, trunk, twig, how I'm going to use this transfer to make this look like a branch of a tree that a bird could sit on. Because I'm going to end up using 2 of those birds in this book stack. And then I start at the top. Usually on transfers, I start in the middle and work my way out. But I wanted this to kind of snake its way down the pages, down the book jackets, up and down and around. So the transfer, even though these books are not taped down, you can see I've kind of lined them up flat on the pages side now. And so now on the back, the Christmas tree is not lined up straight, because you can see I use this gradual gradient style shape of books so that I can make a tree shape, and they're not all the same width. And it would be really cool if I could find them all the same width and depth as well, but you know, we're making it work. This is pushed up against the window there on my buffet, and this is kind of a raised part of our great room. And so if you're looking in from the window, you'd be looking up and at a weird angle from down in the yard outside. So we're not worried about the backs. Too bad. It has a pretty Christmas tree, but what's wrong with that? I say leave a little Christmas out all year round. That suits me just fine. So here goes one bird, and then I'm trying to decide, where am I going to put this bird? Do I want to use that bird? I've got lots of choices. These Redesigned by Prima transfers are just as gorgeous as well. They are, they have a big store on the Amazon website, and I use them quite a bit. I really enjoy using them, and they work the same way. They come with that darker color transfer stick, but it's the same shape, same kind of thing. And so I'm just going to put this little bird right down here. We just had a bird hatch out some eggs in our hutch on the deck, and you could just hear the little birds just chirping in their little tiny chirp. And that bird, we stay far and away from the hutch when we hear that, so that the mom and the daddy bird will continue to care for those birds. We don't want them thinking that we've touched them. And so it's such a joy to hear those sweet little birds chirping. And there it is. You can see the leaves and all the colors. And that little twig I kind of Frankenstein together to make a little branch for my blue jay there. And then how it just kind of winds its way up the books. Those books were painted with a green from the Restore. It was an Oops paint. And then I whitewashed it with some plaster chalk paint and water. And then there they are. And the stump just came from, from the backyard. we were cutting some limbs off a tree, and I asked my husband to hold on to a couple of limbs for me, and we chopped them down. And so there you can see the Christmas tree's just waiting. Just waiting. It'll be about 7 more months. It'll be here before we know it. I want to thank you so much for watching. I ask if you will please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I just love that. And I want to leave you with Matthew 6:26. Look at the birds of the air, for they neither sow nor reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? Here's a little salt shaker that I found at Hello Goodbye. You see, I just put some little lavender sprigs in it. It was just $0.25. It was in that 75% off section as well, and I just tore off a couple of lavender sprigs from the Dollar Tree back there and stuck inside. Yeah, our Heavenly Father takes care of us every day, and the abundance of summer is coming. Those oranges, our orange tree that you're seeing right back out there through the window, it'll start making some beautiful oranges that we'll have for Thanksgiving. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. God bless. See you next time.